Welcome to Revealing the Narc. Join me as I highlight narcissistic traits in celebrities and public figures. Everything here is in my opinion and not professional advice. If you enjoy the analysis, please like and subscribe. In this video, I want to talk about Prince Harry's recent comments about his life in the US with Meghan and their children, allegedly. He claims this life is exactly what his late mother, Princess Diana, would have wanted for him, but I want to dig a little deeper and look at it through the lens of how a narcissistic partner might influence these types of beliefs and create isolation while framing it as being for the greater good. I want to start off by also mentioning I am not a therapist, but I grew up around narcissists my whole life and I eventually married one. My stepmom is a malignant narcissist and Meghan's behavior is almost identical to my stepmom's behavior. So take that as you will. So let's get into this article and let's talk about it. The article is in the New York Post. It was printed today, December 5th. The title is Prince Harry Says Life in the U.S. with Wife Meghan Markle and Kids is What My Mom Wanted for Me. I want to mention this is coming off the heels where Harry and Meghan have attended two different events on opposite sides of the country. Harry is in New York and he is promoting philanthropic type of work. A lot of the information from this article comes from an interview he did for his appearance in New York. Meanwhile, Meghan is in LA attending a gala with that includes Tyler Perry. And I just want to mention also that this gala was announced months ago with Harry and Meghan both expecting to be in attendance, so it's surprising that only Meghan showed up and Harry didn't. The article begins, Prince Harry has no regrets. The Duke of Sussex, 40, opened up about his and wife Meghan Markle's decisions to pack up and move across the pond to the U.S. after quitting royal life in 2020. The exiled royal attended the New York Times Dealbook Conference in NYC on Wednesday, where he opened up his life stateside. Notice the language they're using here, the exiled royal. Exiled is implying that someone exiled him. It frames it as a victim. It frames it as if they pushed him out, and that's not what happened. Harry chose this life. In fact, directly above that, it says, Harry and Meghan decided to pack up and move to the U.S. after quitting royal life. They quit. They decided this. They were not exiled. This was their choice. So this is something that Harry alludes to all the time, comparing himself to Edward VIII. It's how spare his biography or autobiography opens up. And it's just, he has a skewed perspective. I want us to remember that he truly believes he is exiled, even though he is the one that quit. His perception of life events and what has happened to him is completely off and is heavily influenced by the things Meghan is telling him. Now, I am in no way excusing his behavior. All I'm saying is that this is a man that's isolated, that is likely unable to really look at the bigger picture of what has happened, and he has someone in his ear whispering these things to him over and over and over again. The article continues, I enjoy living in the U.S. and bringing my kids up here. It's a part of my life that I never thought I was going to live, and it feels as though it's the life that my mom wanted for me, Harry told host Andrew Sorkin of his late mother, Princess Diana. As the runaway prince chatted to Sorkin in the Big Apple, the Duchess of Sussex, 43, attended a glitzy Beverly Hills gala with their friend Tyler Perry, 2,789 miles away. Again, notice the article is calling him the runaway prince. He is not exiled. He is the runaway prince. He quit the royal duties. This was his choice. Okay, so let's dissect this. Harry describes his current lifestyle away from the royal life and under far less public scrutiny, in his opinion, is fulfilling his mother's dream. But is that really what Diana envisioned, or is this something that's being shaped by someone else? A narcissist often works to isolate their partner, cutting them off from their support network while convincing them it's for their own benefit. In my opinion, I believe that this is what's happened between Harry and Meghan. When Harry, in quotation marks, left the royal life, he left behind his family, his close friends, and the structured world he knew. A narcissist might frame these decisions as unnecessary sacrifices in order to protect their relationship, and it encourages isolation. The phrases used by the narcissistic partner may be, "we're moving towards freedom," or "breaking the cycle of pain," but that isolation serves the narcissist more than it does the person that's breaking away. There are multiple reasons why Meghan would be driven to isolate Harry from his friends and family, and they all stem from the classic narcissistic need for control and dominance. In order for Meghan to exert complete influence over Harry, she has to cut off external relationships, maintaining dominance without having any external perspectives challenging their behavior. So what this could look like is, if there are other people around that are giving Harry a different perspective on his family, Meghan doesn't want that. Meghan wants the only thing that Harry is hearing to be whatever it is that she is saying, whatever her perspective is. She doesn't want any conflicting noise. This is all allegedly, and in my opinion. There's also a fuel dependency. Isolating Harry makes him emotionally reliant on Meghan, and this makes Harry completely dependent on Meghan. And what does that mean? That means Meghan can push boundaries. Meghan can do a lot more, has a lot more freedom to treat Harry poorly, making it more difficult for him to leave. He will tolerate a lot more negative behaviors from Meghan because of this emotional reliance on the narcissist. Harry's isolation basically creates an echo chamber. Without any contrasting voices, the narcissist narrative becomes the sole truth, and it reinforces their control. Another major goal of this isolation is to avoid criticism. External relationships can reveal red flags in behavior, something a narcissist is trying to avoid by removing those connections. So, for example, if something happened between Harry and Meghan, and Harry went to a friend and explained this, behavior that to Harry is normal, this friend could say, "That is absolutely not good behavior. She is not treating you well," etc., etc. And it might open his eyes. It might make Meghan essentially lose control, and the narcissist can't have that. Okay, so let's get back to this narrative that Harry has broken free and he is ending this cycle of pain. Narcissists are great at reframing these types of sacrifices as moral victories. Harry's current life, according to him, is better than the one he had before and what Diana would have wanted. But isn't it interesting how Meghan's presence is central to every change in his life? This move to the United States, the split from royal duties, these are all things that have occurred only in Meghan's presence and seem really to benefit Meghan. Harry frequently talks about breaking the cycle of trauma, a concept that's deeply rooted in his past experiences, but it's also an area where a narcissist can exert influence. By focusing on Harry's pain and positioning herself as the cure, Meghan can make her partner feel dependent on their relationship. Isolation then becomes an act of love, framed as something Diana herself would have approved of. Yet, this is not really about healing Harry. It is about controlling him. I want to finish this video by saying isolating someone from their past and reshaping their future while framing it as for the greater good are common narcissistic strategies. So I'd like to know your opinions on this. Do you agree? Would you add anything or take away anything from what I said? Is there any experience that you want to highlight that seems relevant to what was discussed in this video? Please leave it in the comments. If this was interesting to you, please like and subscribe. If you think someone would benefit from hearing this, I would love if you would share this video. I appreciate all of your support. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you all soon. Goodbye.